Hey, all you wonderful people on the internet. My name is Caitlin, and I'm the wonderful Wiccan here on YouTube in the Witch of Whispering Oaks. Today, I am bringing you another video, Top 4 Haunted and Cursed Items Part 2. I will be listing these from those that will not kill you to those, if we did know their location, yeah, we'd be screwed. So let's get on right into it. Number 4 is the Busby Stoop and Chair. So the backstory is this guy named Thomas Busby was convicted of murdering his father-in-law in 1702 for a very stupid reason. His father-in-law sat in his chair. And so he was going to be hung for his crime. But before his hanging, Busby got one final request, and he asked to sit in his favorite chair in the Stoop Inn for a final drink, and he was granted that request. And when he finished the drink, he did place a curse on it, saying, "Death will come to those who sit in my chair." Talk about possessive, right? So people have sat in it, and multiple things happened to them. They committed suicide, accidents, went off to war, didn't come back, etc. However, in the 1970s, the owner of the inn, Tony Earnshaw, finally got fed up with people trying to find the chair because he put it in the cellar, and people kept going down there to sit in the chair. So he sold it to the Thirsk Museum. And to this day, it is suspended from the ceiling, like hung up on the wall, so nobody will sit in it. And I'm referring to my notes for a couple of these. So the next is, number 3 is the Hope Diamond. So it is a 45.5 carat diamond, and it is a rare blue color, and it's worth so much money, I don't have the exact amount. So, and it originated in the mines in India. And a jeweler sold it to the French King Louis XIV. And it went through so many owners through the ages, and all of them met their deaths. Whether it would be untimely deaths. Like one example was Marie Antoinette. She owned the Hope Diamond. And we all kind of know what happened to her, right? And it was, in 1958, it was sold to the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. And I believe I did not find anything, but I remember something about the postman who delivered the package containing the jewel met an untimely death as well. So I guess even a couple hours counts as an ownership, right? And the thing is, with this one, not a single person owns it, and a company owns it. So, and they have not experienced anything. So, I guess that's kind of the loophole with the curse, right? Another thing is, there's a thing that said it came from an Indian statue, an idol of the god. And, they say that's why it's cursed. It varies from people to people, I guess you could say. This one, I will not need my notes for as much. This is actually a haunted location, again, like King Tut's tomb. And it is the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. It is now a bed and breakfast, and it's pretty haunted. So, here's the reason why. It was built in 1976 by General David Bradford in St. Francisville, Louisiana. There have been reported murders. Of course, only one is actually known. 10 murders and 12 ghosts. However, one is known because one owner of the plantation was shot by a stranger, and he made it up a certain number of steps and then died. And to this day, workers and guests can hear his dying footsteps. However, the 3 famous ghosts that haunt the plantation is Chloe, and the master's two little girls. So here is the story of Chloe. The master of the plantation. Yes, he was loyal, and well, I guess you could say loyal in marriage, because at that time slaves weren't really people. And he forced one of these slaves to being his lover, his mistress. And because she was the mistress, she was promoted to the governess, the nanny. I guess nanny is more of a modern term. And his love started waning from her, going away from her, and she started listening in on the keyhole through the keyholes to see if she was going to be sent back to the fields or be sold off. And because one day the master caught her, he took her outside and as a punishment cut off one of her ears, the ear that she was listening with. And because of that disfigurement, she was forced to wear a turban. And kind of as an act of revenge, but also a way to get back in the good graces of the master. It was the little girl's birthdays. And as kind of as like a little nice thing to do, she baked them a cake. However, she put an oriander, something like that. I can't remember because they sound so similar. But it's a toxic plant in the right amount. And she put some that she thought would just make him really sick, not kill him, enough in the cake. The wife and the two daughters ate the cake. However, she put enough to kill them. And when the other slaves found out about it, they decided to take matters into their own hands so they wouldn't suffer the wrath of the master when he returned, because he was out of town on business. So they did hang her, and then after she was dead, they threw her body in a river. And to this day, people have photographed her and the two little girls and reported hearing the two little girls laughing and giggling. There is a mirror. I didn't find the picture on Google or Bing, at least not a clear one, about that is supposedly also haunted by those three ghosts. But it's more the plantation that's haunted. So that is the tale of Chloe. And number 1 is the Dybbuk Box. There was a movie that had to do with the Dybbuk, called The Possession. However, it was they called it more of a demon than an actual ghost. So, the definition of the Dybbuk is a Jewish spirit. More specifically, it is the dislocated spirit of a dead person. It is a ghost that has unfinished business and will possess a person to finish that business. The Dybbuk means to clean. So, think of that's kind of like the basic thing of a possession is the ghost is clinging to you. So the origins of the Dybbuk Box is it was brought to America by a Holocaust survivor, Havalio. I might be pronouncing wrong. I do have a cousin who's Jewish. I should have asked her. But however, it was so the backstory to this is because it was pre-World War II. Seances were very popular, and so the original owner and her cousin made a homemade spirit board. And do we really need to explain where this is going? But they summoned a Dybbuk, and they tried to bind it once. Did not work. And they bound it a second time. It worked, and they put it into the Dybbuk Box, which is basically a wine cabinet. So it was bought by a furniture store owner named Kevin Manis. I can't read my handwriting. It was bought by him from the granddaughter of the survivor. And after an incident which included the the emergency exits and the door locking, and the smell of jasmine and cat urine, which is not pleasant. This caused a employee that had been working with the owner for 2 years to quit because she didn't want anything to do with it. She got the F out of there. So he opened the box to see what was inside of it. And I have a list of it. Inside were two 1920s pennies, one lock of blonde hair found by cord, another lock of darker hair found by cord, a small statue engraved with the Jewish word shalom, and a small golden wine goblet, something like they would use for the Sabbaths, and a dried rosebud, and one four-legged candle holder. That just basically released the Dybbuk. And he suffered from horrible nightmares. He regifted the box to his mother, who suffered a stroke on the birthday when she got the box. And when she was recovered, she wrote on the slip, "hate gift," and rejected it. And so he found out what happened. By the cousin, or the granddaughter told the story of what happened between the girl and the cousin. And now it is currently owned by Jason Haxton. However, he will not reveal the location of it because he had to rebind it back into the box, using kind of like a mini replica of the Ark of the Covenant, which held the 10 Commandments. And he won't reveal the location because he has taken every precaution to make sure the Dybbuk doesn't get back out. And, people are stupid and they will want to try and find it. That's just asking for trouble. So that is my part 2 of the list. Everybody have a great day. I'm waiting for my rock tumbler. It will be coming today. I don't know when. And everybody have a great day. Blessed be. Bye.